Hi, this is Kanishka Ramchandani, the editor of Professional Beauty Hairdressers Journal, and this is the second session of the Salon Management Conference Roundtable here in Kolkata. For this session, we are going to discuss profitability in salons, looking at the bottom line, how to improve it, and what are the challenges. And with me today is our two guests, Yashkila, the Education Director and Managing Director of Hair Turner Salon Kolkata, and Vedant Bhotika, Vice President of the Scissors and Co Salon in Kolkata. And with them, we are going to discuss on how a salon can improve its bottom line. Thank you so much for joining me today, Yash
Thank
and
you.
Vedant. It's great to have you here. As the topic is, it's
Mhm.
about improving profitability. So let's start by understanding what does profit mean for you? Is it
Okay.
only in terms of the cash in hand, or what does it mean for you in your salon business?
Okay.
Yes, beginning.
So for me, being a chain salon owner, to
Yes.
be frank, for me profit first of all means the cash flow,
Right.
the intake cash flow, and then secondly, obviously, it comes to client satisfaction. So for me, first of all, it is cash flow, and then secondary, it is client satisfaction.
Okay,
Yes.
Vedant.
So, as also a chain salon owner, I treat each branch as they have their own PNL.
Right.
So each PNL has to be EBITDA positive, and I think what Yes said is perfectly right. That if customer is happy, then I don't think EBITDA will ever be negative. It will always be positive,
Mm.
because we are a service-driven industry.
Yes.
It's not product that we are selling.
Right. So the end result really matters, that the client
Of
is
course.
happy, they keep coming back to
Yeah.
you for more services. But is there any way you can quantify client satisfaction?
So quantifying client satisfaction, I can say that the figures will say that is something else,
Yeah.
but then word of mouth.
Hmm.
That is one big not a number but a measure
Right.
to understand,
Right.
because many of our relatives and friends, they go to our salons and then they refer to other people, and then when that word comes around from somewhere or the other, like randomly in a restaurant, I'm sitting on a table having dinner, and the person next to me is talking about head turners. I got this haircut from head turners, I got this color. So then I know, okay, you're doing a good job.
Right.
So
So
yes,
you are like a topic of conversation at places apart from the
apart from,
salon.
yes,
So
yes,
that is a measurement for you.
yes.
What about you, Vedant?
I think we have a metric in our organization where we measure what is the attrition.
Okay.
How many times did a customer come in an interval of say 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. Many customers are there who just come once a year,
Okay.
and many customers are there who come every other day just to get their hair washed. Right,
Mm-hmm.
every person is different, and we like to track that. We track that on a
Okay.
regular interval. We regularly have a team where we do calling to the customers. If they are not coming, definitely we do call them, and if they are coming, we call them and ask for feedback. So this is a continuous approach. It's doesn't it's always free. This has to be there.
Right. So you think because both of you have a chain of salon at different in different categories, right,
Yes.
and different reach, you have a different set of client base from each other.
Mhm.
But how about standalone salons or artist-driven salons? Should they also keep customer satisfaction as one of the metrics?
Okay, so customer satisfaction for a standalone salon, being an academy trainer and academy manager, I interact with them.
Right.
Those who come to our academy, enroll, and then they want to open their salon. So they have that eagerness in their eyes. I can see that they want to learn and then they want to make people happy
Yeah.
who are coming to their salon. So yes, for them, client satisfaction is the primary motive,
Mm.
and then after that, once they get sales, then the numbers of then the cash flow is already there, but then that eagerness is there. So first of all, client satisfaction is the most important thing, what reflects in their eyes.
Okay, so you're saying that client satisfaction is something that will form the basis of the revenue that you will generate.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
unless that happens, you're not likely
Yes,
to
because
reach.
for them, their investment is limited.
Yeah.
Their capital is limited.
Yeah.
Okay, so when clients walk into their salon, they are already learned. They have learned hairdressing or other service. So they are the one who are running the salon.
Right.
Like I am not running my salon. My managers are running the salon. My team is, but they are the one, him or her, running the salon. So the salon name is there. Apart from that, the person's name is also there.
Okay.
So that is why when clients visit their salon, they visit their salon and for that person
Only.
himself or herself.
Yeah.
And the other team members, those who are helpers.
Hmm.
So yes, the main thing is that the client visit their salon for their service.
Right.
There's one like a sole proprietorship
Yes.
kind of a business. That one person who is on the ground at all the time.
Right.
Yes.
So there, the artist name is synonymous with the salon name
Yes,
over
yes,
there.
yes.
Right. Vedant, what are your views on this?
Absolutely, I agree with Yash what he said that standalone salons or boutique salons, if I can rightly
Yes.
put it,
Yes.
those definitely give a more, I think, personalized service to customers. Especially, I guess he was saying about generalizing. I'm saying about boutique salons. There are many salons in Calcutta who give a very personalized service. They will, they might. I know artists who just go for dinner with their clients, right? So that type of personalization is there, and why do they go, right? Because to satisfy it, so that the client feels pampered. We are in that business.
Yes.
We are here to pamper.
Right. So that's one way of
Yeah.
looking at it, how boutique or standalone salons can do it. An important aspect of improving your profitability is your pricing strategy. So how does it work for you, Yash? You have salons at various locations. Do you
Yes.
have like a uniform pricing strategy, or what is it?
So yes, pricing is a very sensitive topic
Yes.
when it comes to salon industry, because like I said mentioned yesterday, competition is increasing day after day, year after year, day after day actually to be
Yes.
precise. So pricing is a very sensitive topic. However, keeping that in mind, our charges are uniform all throughout our branches.
Okay.
The offers might differ, but the menu prices is the same, uniform, all throughout our branches. But this is only for Kolkata.
Okay.
Okay, so we have branches in other cities and other states as well. So we have to match the competition price over there. Once again, over there, multiple branches are there under head turners, but the charges are uniform in head turners, but they are different from Kolkata, being a metro city.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So geography. Once the city changes, then the pricing
Yes,
strategy
it
changes.
changes. It changes.
Okay. But when it comes to a smaller salon or boutique
Okay.
salon, what advice would you like to give to them when they are deciding their pricing?
So for a small salon, what my belief is, keep the price slightly above average.
Okay.
Okay, because once the menu price is set, you can't increase it.
Yeah.
You cannot increase it. Never.
Yeah.
Clients will say, I'm sorry यार, आप इतना चार्ज कर रहे हो, मेरे बाजू वाले इतना चार्ज कर रहे हैं, मैं आपका दोनों का सर्विस अच्छा है तो मैं वहाँ क्यों नहीं जाऊँ.
Right.
So my suggestion is to keep the price above average, above the local market, and then maybe offer discounts to the clients. Discounts is a variable factor, but menu price is something fixed.
Right.
So keep that fixed all throughout the year, all throughout the salon lifespan. However, discounts can vary from season and from client to client as well.
Okay.
Yes.
How can it work client to client? Like, would there be a negotiation happening?
Okay, so I have one, like, it's a idea. I want to share that idea over here in this platform.
Yeah.
There is a salon currently, I won't name it. They have a yearly package. They charge a bomb amount, okay, and then you can take any services all throughout the year.
Yeah.
You can walk in each and every day, you can take it. But then that salon is a legacy salon.
Okay.
Okay, it's a premium salon. so they can afford it. But a small salon in a place like let's say Ghatkopar, being from Mumbai,
Yeah.
a small place in Ghatkopar West or East, whatever. So what they can do is
कट ये चल रहा है आइए आना चाहिए तो आ जाइए नहीं हो गया आपका डिस्कशन कितना बचा स्टार्टिंग
Yes.
we'll ask in the I have a question आप फिर पूछ लीजिए.
Okay. So
अच्छा, I'll
the
continue
pricing-
from the my idea,
the
right?
Ghatkopar wala example, yeah.
So yes, I have an idea which we have implemented in our salon. It's like there's a salon in India which offers a yearly package, a bomb yearly package, and they can afford that. Why? Because they are a premium brand and they give services all throughout the year. You can walk in every day to that salon.
Right.
However, a small salon, those who have just started, they can't afford it.
Right.
Their capital is limited. So then idea is that, for example, one service which is a very regular service and which has minimum cost, only that service can be sold for throughout the year. For example, haircut.
Right.
Okay, haircut, the cost, the product cost is negligible.
Yes.
So maybe the owner can push a yearly package only for haircuts.
Okay.
Only for haircuts. The client, be it male or female, will come for haircuts once a month, twice a month. A male client might come every 10 days.
Right.
But then that is not a matter because consumption of product is very minimal.
Right.
That is an idea one can implement in a small to medium scale salon.
And how it helps the salon is that you get a lump sum
Yes,
amount for the
yes.
entire year.
Yeah.
Right. Vedant, your thoughts on this?
On pricing.
On pricing strategy.
So I have very different approach from Yash.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't believe in discounts.
Okay.
We are absolutely no discount salon. I'm very hard on. I have no discounts, no hanky panky, no nonsense. We have very straight policy on pricing.
Okay.
And our pricing is mass premium. We are not premium, we are not mass, but we are mass premium, somewhere in middle.
Yeah.
Like most multi state national brands are, which you know most of them. I will not like to name any brands right now, but yeah, we have that type policy. So it's a very straight communication to customer. Customer knows when he is coming, at back of his mind, I am going for this, I'll be charged this.
Right.
So, and it's better because I like to be very straight. My managers know, my hairdressers know what is the charge. I know my PNL. I don't have to. It's not a, customer is 1 month. Sure, we can have some offer, but more or less we like to have.
Right. So you do seasonal offers, but you don't do discounts.
We don't have that policy.
Okay. But do you agree with him about this yearly package? Does that work?
Absolutely. So every I think that's a subscription based package, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
And many there, I know a Delhi based brand, Bombay based brand, they do these things. I don't know if they are successful or not, but they are expanding rapidly. So don't know. Very difficult to say. It's everybody's approach, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Right. Have you noticed this, especially with artist-led salons, that customers tend to negotiate on pricing, especially when it comes to color, because your color pricing varies according to the length or the amount of color that's going to be used. So, do you see this happening in Kolkata salons also, where customers tend to negotiate?
Absolutely. Not just color, for any service, customers tend to haggle for 50 rupees, 100 rupees. They tend to haggle, but when like I told you, very standard straight policy, no discounts, no hanky panky, then customer, over the years they know that this is what it is, this is what they are getting,
Yeah.
and they are pretty satisfied.
So this is in a way a step towards standardizing the industry also, where you have
Yeah.
set formats, you don't haggle with the customer,
Yeah.
and they look at your menu and they know what to pay and what they
Yeah.
have to expect.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
One very important part of your bottom line is the cost.
Yes.
Right. So I'm coming from Mumbai. I know the rentals are killing over there. What is the scenario with you guys? Yes, yeah.
Okay, so for rental, see, owning a place, that is a blessing. That is a
Yes.
God's blessing. No one can replace that.
Yeah.
But rentals, yes, rentals will be high, and especially for a salon. Now I'm talking about small to medium scale salons.
Yes.
Rental is a big chunk of your expense. However, rental might seem a burden for you right now, but then in the long term it will be very helpful, because even a ground floor to first floor is a massive difference. You never know, like 1 year later one more salon opens in the ground floor, and you're having a famous salon, prestigious salon first floor, and the 1 year later one more prestigious brand open the salon just below you.
Right.
And clients may like to walk in, clients may not like to go one step ahead,
Yeah.
one floor ahead.
Yeah.
So yes,
So you need to be very particular about the location that
location,
you choose,
yes.
and also take into account the contingencies that might happen. Like you're saying, ground floor, some competition might
Absolutely.
come up.
Yes.
So you're saying it's okay to spend more on rental if you're finding the right location.
Yes. If you have the capital capacity,
Hmm.
if that person has the capital capacity, he or she should invest in the rent. Yes.
Okay.
That would be my
Yeah,
suggestion.
to add on to that, I absolutely agree, because see, if you have a good location, it's 365 days, 7 days a week, 24 hours, every minute of marketing, right? If it's on the main road, on a very good location, it's all marketing.
Yeah.
Or else you spend every, so then you see your bottom line, you're doing a Facebook ad or a print ad or
Yeah.
any other sort of this, so
Yeah.
maybe
Outdoor
BTL,
marketing,
whatever you
yes.
want to do.
Yeah.
So those are all costs that built up to your bottom line. I think it's a better strategy to have your location right first.
Yeah. Even if you have to shell out a little
Of
more.
course,
Yeah.
it'll come back, right?
Another thing that takes a chunk out of your bottom line is your salaries.
Yes.
And in the previous session also we were discussing how talented staff can be demanding, and how they can keep on arm twisting you, ask for more just by saying I'm getting a better offer elsewhere, and etc etc. You know the drill. So yes, how do you manage staff salaries while maintaining good profitability?
Okay. So staff salaries is something so volatile. It's like ice and water.
Okay.
You one day you see it as water, and the other day the other hour you see it as ice.
Okay.
So staff salary, what we do is, our motive is to build the brand name, the name of head turners.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the way we build the brand name, and we tell the clients, we resonate the term head turners again and again to them, and then they know that yes, they are coming to head turners for the service. So it is a difficult task for us to like uh, put 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 that into their subconscious mind.
Yeah.
But then we want to do that. Whenever a manager tells that yes, your haircut is with XYZ, so I make sure to interrupt the manager and then rectify the manager later on, that you have to say yes, you have a haircut at Head Turner Salon at 4 p.m. That's all you have to say. So the manager is a key role for us, because he or she is representing us over there. So we keep a strict check on the managers, how they are talking, how they are behaving.
Right. So it's important for them to convey this, that they are dealing with head turners and not with an individual artist.
Yes.
And that is across the board, all your
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter how if you have like a celebrity artist or a really good famous hairdresser, they have to be as head represent as head turners only.
Yes.
That's
Head turners
something
and only
that
head
you-
turners. Yes.
Okay.
So I have, sorry, you were saying something?
No, please continue.
Okay. I wanted to add some point for our growing salon owners. That would be that if you have learned the skill. There's nothing better than that. If you have learned the skill from an academy, and if you are owning a salon and working on the floor, that is the best thing, best career option for you.
Yeah.
Why? Because then you are the salon and you can hire helpers. Once again, that is a reduction of cost to a very large scale,
Right.
because helpers, their salary is far less than hiring another senior stylist. Yes, because you are running the salon. Even if you have a small space where you have only 4 hair chairs, hair
Yeah.
stations, you can still work because you have helpers. However, in this scenario, there is one thing which might get compromised, is the service quality. So you have to maintain that as well.
Okay.
So that person has to manage that.
Right. But it's a good business process to have. If you are yourself a stylist, then it's best to hire juniors to support you.
Yes.
And that's how you can maintain the costs, right? Vedant.
So we are in the people business,
Yes.
and we have to pay the people to be in the business. So I mean, yes, it happens with staff. We have staff cost is quite high.
Yeah.
Sometimes it becomes too much, but it's fine. We bridge under the water, so it's fine. Let's see.
But do you have any particular process in place where you evaluate how much money a certain hairdresser is getting in, and is his salary justified? Do you give them feedback on how they should be improving themselves?
Yeah, of course. We have some internal benchmarks where we check every bit. We have a system where we record whatever sale we are getting
Right.
from a particular individual, or generally we benchmark it against the brand or wherever location we have.
Yeah.
And we have that checks and balances in system to get that. If we see that a person is not up to mark or is falling behind, we try to do the training. We get him a good consultation done. We get a senior walk in,
Yeah.
you know, like we have. Or if we have some couple of trainers also who guide as to how to get a get uplift their sale.
Right. So, since you have a chain and you do this evaluation per outlet, how do you tackle the situation when one particular outlet has not been doing well for a quarter or so? How do you address specific salon issue?
So there have been instances where we have such some issues. So those have been related to maybe either low footfall or maybe staff issues. So we have to. So it's case by case basis.
Right.
We have to evaluate. We do some internal transfers. We hire some more people, and then business is back to usual.
Okay, okay. So it's uh, the pricing can be uniform across all outlets,
Of
but when
course.
it comes to such things that are hitting your profitability, then you need to do a sense check. What is going wrong in like one
Absolutely,
particular
absolutely.
outlet? Yeah. And do you do it personally, or you have finance people
I have a
who
team and I do it personally myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So उनके भरोसे सब नहीं छोड़ सकते.
Absolutely not. So you हिंदी में बोलते हैं मरे बिना गति नहीं है. तो हम भी मारवाड़ीज we can relate to that. Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Okay. So another area where uh, revenue matters for salons is your product, your retail. So Yash, would like to know from you, how do you handle retail business in your salons?
So before that, I just want to add the point
Sure.
for the last question.
Yeah.
That is, let's say if one of our branches is not doing well for a quarter or so, within 2 months, we obviously the sales figure is coming each and every day.
Right.
The report is coming, and 2 months is a deadline for us. After that, I take personal attention for that branch, and my experience is that outdoor marketing helps over there.
Okay.
big banners.
Okay.
People get to know, yes, that Head Turners is here. This was for one of our branches where the area was crowded. It was a market, but our branch was there. However, people could not notice our branch because the area is crowded, the visibility is low. So once we put up an outdoor banner, a big one, that was a big expense for us,
Yeah.
and it cannot be done by a small to medium scale salon. So once that banner was put up right on the main road, across the main road, the one you see across flyovers, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So then that helped.
Okay.
We started getting calls. We had given an offer once again for that branch, and we had given the branch number in bold.
Right.
So when I make ads, I tell my team designer to make ads. I give my suggestion, and then they also make it. I always make sure that in the ads there is a contact number which is clearly mentioned, because people see ads, okay, this round has an ad, okay, this is the offer, okay, but how do I contact them? So I make sure that the number is also clearly visible.
Okay.
So that is one thing we had done, and within 10 days we saw improvement.
So you ensure that there is a CTA in all your ads.
Yes,
It's not
yes.
just for branding. You're using it to actually get conversions. And you think that when a particular center outlet is not doing well, visibility will help
Helps,
the
helps.
case, right? But like you said, this is not something that a small or medium scale salon can
Will
do.
not
This
be
is
possible.
something that
Not
a
possible.
chain like yours can make happen. So what do you have any tips for a small scale salon if they are facing this issue?
So for small to medium scale salons, what they can do is within their budget is social media advertising.
Right.
I think 6 months or 1 year ago, Meta introduced an option to add WhatsApp button
Yeah.
to your ads.
Yeah.
Okay. Before that, it was a problem. So now that option is there, and whenever a person sees that ad on their Facebook or Instagram whatsoever, and if they click on that button, you at least get the number.
Yeah.
Earlier it was different. You were getting messages, but there was you could not get the client's number. Now we get the client's number. We can save it. If they are not getting converted that point of time, we can again
Go
contact
back.
them
Yeah.
later again. So that is one way small to medium sized salons can work about it.
Absolutely, that's a very
Hmm.
valid point. Moving on to my question of
Yeah.
retail. Yeah. How do you handle retail in your salon?
Once again the question.
The retail part when you're selling products through the salon, that
Okay.
adds to the revenue, right?
Yes, yes.
So what is the best way to boost your retail revenue?
So retail is a must for our team members. We give them a target each month, and they have to fulfill that target.
Okay.
Otherwise their commission is kept on hold. Their monthly commission is kept on hold. And the managers keep reminding them every 5 to 7 days that your retail is low. You have to buck up and you have to sell to the clients. You have to suggest them. Even the managers help the stylists to sell the products.
Okay.
However, Head Turners being a multi-brand salon, it is quite challenging because there are various brands, and if you suggest one product to a client today and the next day if you suggest that same client some other product, he or she may think that last time आपने कुछ और suggest किया था.
Yeah.
So my tip is that suggest the same brand, decide your own brand, decide your comfort zone, decide the client's comfort zone and requirement and the budget, because there are brands which are at low price below 1000, and we have brands which are at high price above 2000.
Right.
So analyze that. I tell my team members analyze that and decide that, and then pitch it to the client, and make sure you do the same thing, same brand each and every time. So that is how we make sure the sales increase for retail is consistent at least.
Yes.
Yes.
Vedant.
Retail is definitely an important metric, but I generally don't like to promote too much on retail, and I don't like to be very dependent on retail,
Okay.
because earlier, maybe couple of years back, people did not know, or there was no access to marketplaces. Now there are marketplaces. You get your products in 10 minutes, and I mean, for example, I am traveling to any in Bombay,
Yeah.
and I'm your guest. I am traveling Bombay, and I have a particular brand of shampoo conditioner. I need it. I get it in 10 minutes,
Yeah.
Hmm.
right?
Easily.
So instead of retail, I focus more on service. Service has better margins,
Yeah.
and uh, they can buy their product from wherever, but service they have to come to me.
Absolutely. So this is, I think, an eternal tug of war that we have with vendors.
Yes.
Yes.
That they are selling at lesser
Absolutely.
prices online, and it's affecting your margin. So you both have different ways of dealing with the retail issue. He has made it mandatory for
Yeah.
his salon staff to sell.
Yeah.
You are very lenient with the whole
It's
thing,
fine,
as
yeah.
long as they are focusing on services. Uh, Overall, for say boutique salon or a small scale salon, how much should they be focusing on retail?
Okay. So for retail, for a small to medium scale salon, they have to keep that as a second option.
Okay.
They have to wait on that. Why? Because the client first will take service,
Hmm.
and once he or she likes it, the next time or the third time he or she visits, then they might take retail. So right on the first approach, they can't tell the clients, "Ma'am, आप haircut कराए हो, आप ये shampoo ले सकते हो." Then the client will think that ये बहुत push कर रहा है मुझे. I think I will skip to another salon.
Yeah.
So
That
first you
tends
have
to
to
happen.
ease in.
Yeah. Yeah.
First you have to ease in, and one thing I want to suggest to the small to medium scale owner, you have to be talkative. You
Absolutely.
have to be talkative on the floor, constantly talking. Why? Because a personal touch should be there with
Yeah.
the client. Not too personal, obviously, but a personal touch should be there with the client, and then eventually there is there is a bond with the client
Yes.
beyond the service, and that helps to push retail and service, etc.
Right.
Yes.
Vedant, what should standalone salons do?
For retail,
Yeah.
see, for there are two different thought process. Boutique salons are different salons. They are artists, so they charge a much. They mark up their prices quite high
Yeah.
than a normal, or in fact, a more premium than a premium salon would charge, and they give that type of service. They don't want to do 100 clients a month or
Hmm.
500 clients a month. They're happy with doing just 50 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what two clients a day, maybe just one client a day, and they get that type of revenue, so they don't care about products mostly.
Hmm.
But it can happen that they are selling products which are not readily available, and would be much higher than what a 2000 shampoo would be. They'll be probably selling a quite expensive product, right? That's
Yes.
so
And they may not be easily available
right,
elsewhere.
Hmm.
right.
So
Yeah.
maybe that
Yeah, there are many products which are like come from Korea
Yeah.
or states. So that's
So then
different.
they can have a different retail strategy.
They have a different. They don't need to really push. They know
Yeah.
that this client has come. So some big celebrity client has come. They know that they'll spend that much and they'll take these products. They use or they don't use. I really don't know, but yeah,
Sale ho jayega.
sale ho jayega.
All right. Now to wind up this session, if you were
Hmm.
to leave our audience with some food for thought on how to improve the margins.
Okay. How to improve the margins? Okay. I need a minute for that.
Sure. Vedant, you want to go first?
Improving margins is just by getting more customers, right? I mean, so that's word of mouth. So it's a continuous play. It's not a one day business. We are into retail.
Yeah.
We are not a wholesaler, and we are selling services. It's not a product business. We can't just buy trucks of oil and sell it,
Yeah.
right? We are a service based industry, and every service has to be better than our benchmark. This will, it, what goes around comes around, right? Word of mouth, good publicity. Client goes back, tells 5 people, maybe one person will come back,
Right.
right? So that's how
Yeah.
our
So you
business
need to
works.
work on.
Absolutely, it's not a one-day business.
Yeah.
We've he's I'm sure he's that they worked many years
Yeah.
and got the trust of customers. That's why they keep coming back. They keep coming back to our salons. They keep coming back and getting the same services over and over the years.
Does it feel to you that every day you wake up you have to start the process again, like you are pitching your salon once again to a new set of customers, and you're trying to reach out to more and more? Is it like a fresh process every day?
Uh, is it a fresh process? Are you saying are we motivated or not?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, of
yes,
course we're
that.
motivated
Mhm.
because bottom lines are there.
Yeah.
We want to achieve that. So we are Marwari, we are always motivated. You tell them paisa hai to hum log will be there, right?
Right. So do you set targets for yourself?
Uh, of course, it's a quarterly, yearly target
Yeah.
we set, and PL is very very important for us.
Yes.
Okay. So to increase the margin,
Hmm.
that's the question in hand. My suggestion would be to pick the service to increase the margin. Not every service will help you give a good margin.
Right.
However, there are few services like creative color. Sky is the limit. You can charge anything. If your work is good, if talent is good, presentation is good, keeping every small factors in mind, you can charge anything. You can charge. I have seen stylists in other salons, in small salons, charging around 25,000 just for a creative color, and clients are willing to pay.
Right.
And once again, that is present in his social media as well. So it is a 360-degree marketing strategy. Apart from that, one more service which helps a lot, it is a bundle service and it helps a lot in margin, is hair extensions. That is a big market. It came up in Kolkata around 5 years back. It was there in Mumbai and Delhi long before,
Yeah.
but in Kolkata it came around 5 years back, just before COVID. And then we realized that hair extensions has a huge margin.
Right.
And then that is why we started promoting that course in our academy. We tell the admissions, the participants, that this course will give you a bomb amount from your clients. And why a bundle service? Why? Because with hair extensions you have to match the hair color, existing hair color,
Yeah.
and with that, people of East India love straight hair, so you can add maybe a straightening service with that. And then there are small additional services like haircut, and then you can take it forward to other beauty services or nail services. So the starting point is hair extensions, and the billing can go up. The billing can be at least, in our salon head turners, it is at least 60,000. So yes,
Yeah.
so decide the right service with a good margin, and then you can go ahead with that.
Scale up.
So hair extension and color. That is what comes to my mind right now.
Right. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, guys.
You're
It
welcome.
was great talking to you, and thank you for sharing what you are actually doing to improve your profit margins. I'm sure our audience is going to benefit from this.
Definitely,
So,
definitely.
once again, it's great having you here at SMC Roundtable, and that's all from our guest on this panel. Stay tuned for the next one.